Hello all, my name is Abdurrahman and in this video I am going to talk about nested queries. So now, nested queries is basically a query where we are going to be using multiple select statements in order to get a specific piece of information, and we are going to need to use the results of one select statement. A subquery or inner query or a nested query is a query within another SQL query and embedded within the where clause. A subquery is used to return the data that will be used in the main query as a condition to further restrict the data to be retrieved. So this is little bit more advanced, and this is kind of when we are getting into more advanced when we are into more advanced query writing. So but I want to show you guys how this is going to work. So now let's go ahead, and I have some of the prompts that I want to paste here. So the prompt is find the names of all the employees who have sold over 50,000. Okay, I will be showing the okay. I'm going to open my file explorer here, and then I have this one, this company database. Okay, so here the prompt says that we have this prompt, and this says that find the names of all the employees who have sold over 50,000. So now what sold level? So we have this works with table. Find the names of all of the employees who have sold over 50,000, and we have how many employees? 1, 2, and we have 3. So we have 3 employees who have sold over the 50,000 sales. So they have sold over 50,000 sales. So one more thing I want to show in this table is, if you observe this in the table, if you notice here, we have 3 columns. We have employee ID, client ID, and the total sales. But the thing I want to show here is that each employee is selling 55,000 or 2,67,000 or 22,000 sales to each client. But here we have their employee ID, but we don't have their first name and their last name. So for that I want to find their first name and the last name. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this pop SQL, and now I'm going to give here is select statement. After that I will be giving is emp id. Okay, now emp id. After that I will be giving is from select emp id from the works with table, right? So I want to select the employee ID column, this column from the works with table. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking their employee IDs, and we have this employee table, and I am going to find their first name and their last name. So we can do that easily. So now I have this select employee ID from the works with table. Okay, from works with, and then I am going to give here is a condition. Okay, and that condition is where total, okay, where total sales is greater than 50,000. So now I am going to copy this and paste it here. Okay, we have this 50,000, and now I am going to click here, say this one, and run this program. As you can see here, we are getting the 3 employees with the employee ID of 102 and 105 and 105. We have these employees who have sold over 50,000. So that is 105, and we have 102, and that is here's not 102, I think. Okay, 105 and 105, and we have all of, so these persons have sold over 50,000. Okay, so now we are able to find these persons have sold over 50,000. But now what I want to do is I want to find their first names and their last names. I can find that here in this table, but I want to find from there by writing SQL block of code. So now I am going to do here is I am going to press here enter, and now I am going to give another select statement, that is select, and then let's do one thing. We have this select statement, and in this select statement I will be giving is works with dot, because we are giving this from the works with table, right? So we select works with dot empid, and then from works with, where works with dot total sales, because then on the later we don't have to get any errors. Okay, so now I have this select works with employee id. We have all of these things, and now I'm going to give here is employee dot first name, and then comma employee dot last name. Okay, select employee dot first name, and then comma the employee dot last name. I have this one, and now I am going to give here is I want to select this from the employee table, so that's why I am going to give here is from select from employee, and now I am going to give here is where employee dot empid, where employee dot empid in, and then I am going to give here is the brackets, and now I am going to this. We have two select statements, but what we are saying is select employee first, employee from the employee table, select the first name column and the last name column, then from the employee table, and then where employee dot empid is going to be in the capital letters. Okay, because I have given them in the capital letters. Okay, so where employee dot employee id in, I am going to cut this one, Ctrl X, and then I am going to paste that here. So let's do one thing. Okay, so now I am going to give here tab again, here also tab, okay, like this, and now I am going to give here is the semicolon, because it's going to get it's going to show us the error. So we have select employee dot first name, and then employee dot last name from employee, where employee dot employee id in select works with employee id from works. So okay, and now I am going to click here and going to run this program. Click here and run this program. So I am going to zoom in here, and we have two employees who have sold over the 50,000. So we have Edward James and we have Steve Jobs. So these two persons have sold over 50,000 of sales, and now we can change this number to any number. Like we have how many numbers? We have 50,000, and let's give here is over 15,000. Okay, and now instead of this I'll be giving is 15. If I click here and I'm going to close this one, I have given here already 15,000, and now I'm going to give here is I'm going to run this program, run, and now as you can see here we have these four persons who have sold over 15,000. Okay, so you have this Edward James, we have this Steve Jobs, we have Angela Martin, we have Harry Potter. So these four persons have sold over the 15,000. We can change this number at any time. So now I am going to give it again 50,000 only. 100,000. Okay. So now I am going to clear up all of these things, and now I am going to paste in the prompt. So come here, I will be pasting this prompt. Okay, and now that prompt says that find all the clients who are handled by the branch that Edward James manages. Assume you know Edward's ID. Okay, so first of all, find all of the clients who are handled by the branch that Edward James manages. Assume you know Edward's ID. So first thing we will do is we will figure out what branch Edward James manages, and then it's easy to find the employee ID and whatever it is. Okay, so now I'm going to give here is enter, and then I am going to save it. Okay, so I am going to give here is select select statement, select branch. So now I am going to give here is select branch, no sorry, ch, and then I am going to give here is select branch dot branch id, branch dot branch id, and sorry branch id now. Okay, select branch dot branch id. After that I will be giving is, I want to select this from the branch table, branch, and now select branch dot branch id from the branch table, and where branch dot manager id is equals to, so what's the manager id of the Edward James? So now let's check here, and the manager id is 102, and okay, so his manager id is 102, and then I'm going to print this one. And now if I click here and run this program, as you can see here, we are getting is branch id of 2, we are getting branch id 2, which means that he works in the, so branch id of 2, which means that he's the manager of the cyber security branch, right? So now I am going to put this aside, and now I am going to give here is, put this aside, and now I am going to give another select statement as I have given before. So select, okay, after that client dot, okay, client dot client name. After that I will be giving is from client, okay, now, okay, from client, and now I will be giving is where client dot branch, where client dot branch underscore id is equals to, I am going to give here is brackets, and now I am going to paste this block of SQL code. So I am going to cut this one from here, and then I am going to paste that here. Okay, paste. Okay, so now I am going to give here again tab and tab. I am going to set this into this one, and now I will be giving here semicolon, and now I am going to run this program, and okay, so we have this one, and now I am going to remove this one and run this program. As you can see here, we have this client's name, we have this Dunmore High School, we have Long Country, we have Scranton White Pages, and we have this FedEx, which means that they're like Edward's manager, Edward's employees, right? He works in the branch cyber security, right? And his employees is selling to Dunmore High School, Scranton White Pages, and FedEx. So find out the clients who are handled by the branch that Edward James manages. Assume you know Edward's ID. And one more thing I want to show here is that, I want to point out here is that in this table we have, I'm going to close this one. Okay, so we have the select, we have all of these things, but here's the problem is that this statement isn't necessarily guaranteed only one value. So now let's say that Edward James is the manager of the multiple branches. So in that case it can handle also. So in this case I can give here is limit 1 I can give. So if it's handling multiple branches, we can give is limit and like this, so which is going to work. So now I'm going to click here and select, click here and select and run this program. So as you can see here, we have this client name, we have Dunmore High School, we have Scranton White Pages, we have FedEx, we have these clients. So the people from this branch is selling the things, selling the product to these clients, right? And now we have all of these things, and we can do this. So where we have branch dot manager id, and then we have limit 1. But if you are having multiple branches, let's say that Edward James has multiple branches, okay, then we can give here the how many branches that he has, and then it's going to handle that also. So in this case I am going to remove this limit keyword because it's going to confuse. So in this case I am going to remove this limit this limit keyword because it's going to confuse. We are not going to use till. Edward James is going to have multiple branches at a time, like he's going to have two, one more than one. Okay, so anyhow guys, so that's all for the nested queries, and so it's little bit confusing. Okay, so anyhow guys, that's all for this video, and in the description below I will be giving some code, and in that code I will be adding some of the prompts, and in that code I will be adding some of the block of SQL code that we can do. Okay, so anyhow guys, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you, bye.